for you to cough loudly into my ear.
You're welcome. Well, I don't have shit, man. I'm in Georgia right now, so just here doing my part as the husband.
Sitting in the hotel interviewing Marco Deckmann with your jerk-off friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
What a great husband you are.
I am. What? Yeah, what can I say? I'm the best. They don't make them like me anymore.
Oh, thankfully.
Her grandpa doesn't like people drinking. We've been at that house since 8 o'clock this morning, and I haven't been able to fucking drink at all on a fucking Saturday. I have been going out of my fucking mind.
How shitty.
Like, don't get me wrong, they're nice people. They really are. But that's just not who I am. You know that. I love to have a drink.
Yeah, well, no, you don't. You love to have about 7 or 8 or 12.
Or 26. But she did give me a good idea. She was like, you love Budweiser so much. Every episode, drink a Budweiser. And I'm just going to keep on tagging Budweiser until, like, hey, I need a sponsorship. This Bud's for you.
Oh, wow. How about that? I'm also drinking a Budweiser product, a Busch Ice Tall Boy in a Dos Equis
Oh,
koozie.
Dos Equis koozie, huh?
So I'm doubling up on the sponsorship opportunities here. I used to drink Busch Ice all the time in college with my friends, and the thing is, compared to like Milwaukee's Best or some of those other ice beers, like it just tastes like a normal light beer. And I finally found a 7-Eleven that has Busch Ice Tall Boys, and so I reached in and grabbed I went in there on Thursday and Friday. Thursday I got 4 because they're kind of pushed back and I couldn't reach them even though I got really long arms. And then on Friday,
yeah, dude, you're like 6'5", 6'6".
6'6", yeah. And on Friday, get it right. On Friday, I went in there and grabbed 6 more.
Well, that's how I was. I used to drink Natural Light, beforehand.
I like Natty Light.
But they don't carry Natural Light anywhere hardly.
It's because it's Natty Light. I mean,
yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna make it through this entire Tall Boy by the end of this meeting. So thanks for being on with us, man.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thanks for inviting, actually, and requesting.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we had Keith on first, and he mentioned you, so I was like, well, let me see if I can't find him and see if I can't talk to him. We'll get right into it, man. Are you interested in that rematch?
So when we finished the fight, I knew he was very interested and eager to get a rematch, which a sportsman, absolutely understand. So if I'm personally interested in the rematch, definitely no. Has nothing to do with I don't want to fight him or I don't. It's a question, do I need it now? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm in the beginning of my boxing career. I'm 4-1. To be honest, Keith was, I guess, the best opponent I've fought in my pro career, not my overall boxing career, where I also know his background is MMA and stuff, so lots of credit for that. And he came out guns blazing first round. He really wanted to win that fight. Much respect. Got caught in the seconds, part of the game, and then he couldn't recover, or I think the referee stopped that. He didn't want him to get up too quick. It's part of the game. Do I need the rematch? I don't know. I have a fight next week scheduled. I have a fight scheduled in August, and I might fight October, it's not sure, and then the last finish before Christmas is in December. So I have 3 fights scheduled, and I might put a 4th in, which, God forbid something happens, but if I get out of the fights uninjured and good, then I'll be looking to have 4 more fights with stepping up in rounds each time. So I don't know if there's a time right now to fight with Keith. Also, I'm dropping in weight. I fought him at 192. We made like a catch weight of 193. Next one is 185. So I go down into the boxing's light heavyweight division.
What made you make the decision to drop that far down, Marco?
I always fought cruiserweight. Started a little before that with 86 kilogram in full contact kickboxing. Won the European Championships in that, and was always a good weight because I was always running around like 88 kilogram, which is like I don't know, 197 something. But for full cruiserweight, you should have 220, 225 and drop down to 200, maybe 215, you know, if you're very athletic and stuff. But my walk around weight is like 205, 200. And so I'm not a fully grown cruiserweight.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I've watched a lot of your fights too, at least the ones that are up on YouTube right now. And I tell you, as a lot of people give you credit for your jab, which is, don't get me wrong, it's great. But I think your best weapon is actually your check left hook. I don't
That's
know
what Freddie tells me. He said when I started out, there was another question, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I always started out in a karate school, where I later grew into the kickboxing team, and my trainer was a really good trainer, really good professional boxer as well. He was, I think, 13-0, but he stopped his career because of financial reasons in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, Marco, check left hook and accent in that one, quick with a feint. Left hook is your weapon. He said the same. Thank you.
What part of Germany are you from exactly?
So lately Berlin, but born and raised in a small city up northern Germany on the west coast. An hour north of Hamburg.
Yep.
But an hour away from the border to Denmark.
Okay, I have family in Wiesbaden.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
You know, Germany's pretty much the closest place you can get to America, I believe, over in Europe.
Yeah, and I think also like Germany's systems and so I don't want to get too political, but
yeah,
systems and lifestyle, and also especially food in Europe is great, and our like food requirements in Germany are so high standards. So whatever we do is the Italian food, American food, whatever, it's like basically the cuisine is copied, but the German quality beats it, you know? So that's something I really miss and look forward to next week too.
Do you like split time between the States and Germany, or do you spend most of your time in the States? I guess there probably hasn't been a lot of opportunity to get back there for the last 14 months or so, but under normal circumstances.
100%. I think in the future I might switch a little bit, but I'm a permanent resident of the United States and I moved here for good. I mean, never say never, but I like the last 3 years I've been pretty much just here in the United States in my boxing gym basically.
So is that largely the reason why you moved to the States, was for your fighting career, or was it more of just a general motivation for something new, or why?
So when I was a kid, I had a good friend in Germany whose dad moved here 20 years ago. So I always had like a connection to Los Angeles, California somehow. But later on, through, you know, when you start fighting and you win, you start dreaming too. And obviously in Germany, my alarm was ringing on Saturdays to big fights like, I don't know, De La Hoya, Mayweather, Pacquiao, you know, who's fighting
Errol Spence.
Errol Spence in August. Yeah, he's gonna come back to us too for like camp.
Oh, nice.
But you know, for these guys, I woke up, so you start dreaming and stuff. So, and I wasn't boxing at the time, so I was just kickboxing a little, doing my karate school stuff, and then watching these fights. And then later on, obviously, Freddie Roach was a name to me, and my best friend would live in LA, and I was like, okay, I feel like I have to move there, you know, put it all on one card.
What's it like being trained by Freddie Roach?
Crazy. This man is just knowledge. Crazy in a good way. This man has knowledge. It doesn't matter if you come here as someone as green as me. With green, I mean, I had my kickboxing and boxing fights, but professional boxing is different. And professional boxing in the United States is different from European professional boxing. People have to understand that. I think if you don't fight, it's hard to get there, but boxing here is different. It's a different world, and I think everyone wants to participate in the American boxing world. And then trained by Freddie Roach, like me, green in the pro sport, transferring from my little bit of amateur success is, I'm very grateful, but this man knows so much that it's hard to fulfill all, you know?
Right.
I'm sure it's a little bit overwhelming, but Could you, I know you said it's kind of difficult to explain to somebody who's not necessarily a fighter, but could you explain just a little bit more what you mean when you say that American boxing is different than European pro boxing?
I mean, how the entire business runs is different. I think in Germany, like here, it comes down to sports laws. We don't have that, for example, in Germany. So there, you can be a promoter, manager, and even a trainer same time, and maybe you work the cuts as well. So trainer, cutman here happens too, but you're not the promoter, manager, and landlord of your fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then the entire show, like how you guys create events here, and how, I mean, this America is the world of pay-per-view and sports, right? So how this is all running, we don't have that. We have like we have a sports channel, no one is watching. And the big dream in Germany is, if you want to succeed in Germany, is you sign with one of the public channels who implement boxing, but they always have like one superstar and then take it out, you know, because like what HBO did, like they had to deal too much with all the issues in boxing and they just got rid of boxing. So that's what Germany, like they put on one star, focused a show, multiple shows, 5, 6, 7 fight contract. And then when he's done fighting, and basically they discontinue it.
It's really interesting.
So it's just a complete different world here. Also here, since it's like the world stage, I would call it, every week people come in from Cuba, I guess very well-known fighters,
Right.
especially in boxing, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, who are like two of the strongest when it comes to the medal tables on the Olympic Games for the past 2 times, I guess. Russia, Germany, Great Britain is like very, very strong country in the professional boxing world and amateurs. The UK really came up. Ireland, Scotland. Yeah, we had this great fight last week. Ramirez and Taylor.
Yep.
So all these people end up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They run through the gyms. They spar. I mean, right now I'm preparing for an opponent in Tijuana, and I spar with world champion Gilberto Ramirez, who's 41-0, undefeated WBO super middleweight champion.
How can we watch the fight too? Because I was trying to see if we can stream it or anything to that nature.
I'm trying to see when I get there, but so far I have no info.
Okay.
No, back to me.
And before I forget this saying, because I'm probably gonna butcher this. My sister-in-law taught me this. She's fully German, and she said, "Try this out. It's no uns fine, drink ally."
Okay, say it again.
I tell you what, it's no uns fine, drink ally. What she told me the meaning was, is translated, it means only
have to drink
pigs,
something if there's a problem or something, right?
She said only pigs drink alone.
Oh.
I'll let you listen to it. Here it is.
Nur ein Schwein.
Yeah.
Nur ein Schwein trinkt allein.
Ah, yeah. Only pigs drink alone. Yeah, that means like you gotta share your alcohol with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I couldn't get it. I think you butchered it.
I know. I did.
Definitely did that.
Listen, I'm not the person that she sent me that, and then she sent me this other word that was like matchbox or something like that. It was the hardest word in German. I was like, there ain't no way I'm gonna try and say that.
No, our language is rough.
It's tough. It is really tough.
Like English or even British English or French, oh my God, it's so soft. Spanish, beautiful. German, you know.
Yeah, German's tough. I mean, I spent a lot of time over there. We did Berlin for New Year's, and I mean, the people over there are great. I think
Berlin, best city. I'm telling you, I lived in my last 6 years before I moved here. Best city. That's also where I go back now after my fight for 10 days.
I know you said you're going to be busy this year. It seems like with 4 fights coming up, or you got 3 scheduled or 2 scheduled.
Yeah. 3 scheduled. I mean, obviously you take fight by fight.
Right.
In the build-up phase, I would call it, when you build your record and collecting the points, you have to get more busy. And COVID, I mean, I can't imagine being just an amateur sports now, because these guys got laid off for straight 14, 15, 16 months with in my opinion, with the most ridiculous rules, what these guys are allowed and not to. Thank God we're professional athletes and we train under our state athletic commission's rules. And so thank to that, I had a fight in November, which broke my 4 fights, unfortunately, but lay off with 1 fight at least. So yeah, so after this COVID year, I have to get a little more busy now. So we try to finish this last half of the year strong.
Now, was that Freddie's idea or your idea to schedule those many bouts?
Pardon?
Was that your idea or Freddie's idea to schedule all those bouts?
It's like a discussion in the entire team. Freddie always says the biggest sin in boxing is being inactive. And you can stay in the gym, yeah, but it's kind of an inactivity when it comes to go back to the ring, So it's the biggest sin in boxing. I do believe that he is right with that. And so I try to be very busy getting up. And then after December, obviously, I take a holiday of 2 months.
Yeah, and we won't keep you too much longer. But how's your weight going right now? And I know you're in fight week, so how far off are you on weight?
Weight's good, actually. I feel strong. I'm 8 pounds overweight, which is, but I do water overloading. So I'll be overweight for 1 or 2 days, maybe 15 pounds.
Okay.
Which scares most of people because you put a weigh-in, but then you refill with nutrition stuff where there's formulas. It comes actually, I think the best people or the big test phases out of MMA, like the people in the UFC and Bellator did that, and it works well. And
because boxing doesn't have IVs, correct?
A lot of IV mixtures. We could use it off cam, but there's a lot of stuff restricted. Okay. Because this stuff hides other stuff, or this stuff, so this is what it is. But weight is good. I mean, I want to fight at 175. I spot a lot of strong people, light heavy, super middleweight right now with Ramirez or Bekdemir Milikuziev, the Olympic silver medalist who's fighting Gabriel Rosado, who's also my teammate. I spar with him. So, and I feel just great with my size and weight there, Yeah, absolutely. And I know John wanted to talk with you about was the Jake Paul and Ben Askren stuff. Oh, God. I got a lot of people against me. I was sparring with Ben. Okay. I had the pleasure meeting him. Very nice guy. I think it was his first sparring. And yeah, I had a feeling since, and believe me, I do not want to give any credit to Jake Paul or Logan Paul, just because, in my opinion, with filming hanging dead people somewhere in Japan, they lost for me any respect and shouldn't be given a stage which pays them 6 figures. And it's also a foreign stage for them. They're not boxers. So there's people, foreigners, they come from everywhere, struggling, fighting, and are real boxers looking to get a real fight. And when they're done, they get 1,500 in their hand and struggle till the next fight. Right. So, but there's all political talk now. But I knew from a sports point that Jake Paul is training hard. He was focused. His trainer, I don't know the trainer, but he prepared him well. And as you could see on social media, Jake Paul was really after that, One of his social media friends reached out to come to sparring to Calabasas. I mean, get that straight. They text me in the morning, hey, you want to come to spar Jake Paul? And I sent a question mark, and they said, yo, Calabasas in his mention, sparring, there's a ring in the garden, but I'm not allowed to film. I'm not allowed to bring nobody. So basically, I come by myself to spar him and his team, and I didn't even know. And they give me like 3 hours short notice. I obviously fucked them off, It's absolutely. Yeah, no way. Then I'd rather work out of respect with someone like Ben Askren. Very nice guy, past his prime, He's not a boxer. Let's be real here. He's never been known for that.
Boxer, yeah.
I mean, you guys know MMA. I don't. But I train with MMA guys. My really good friend has a MMA gym in Los Angeles. Maybe you know him, Goko Chivichian. Yep. He was the main coach of Ronda Rousey. And Ben Askren was in his MMA element also not the biggest striker, right?
He's a wrestler, yeah.
So, exactly. So Triller, after the surgery, the retirement, the surgery, and not the biggest striker prior to that, Triller Promotions made a perfect fit for Jake Paul.
Yeah, I mean, it was really the perfect storm. You know, and Ben's never been that guy that's going to sit there and trade shots with you. Even when he fought Damian Maia, who was not a striker at all, still outstruck him. So I knew, you know, I wanted Ben to win just because I pull for the MMA guy. You know, it's just how I am, and just the fighter.
I think it was an entire scene. One good thing about this entire scene moved together. MMA, boxing, kickboxing, judo, whatever, wrestling moved together to be against this other movement, YouTubers. I mean, thanks to the YouTubers, all these young kids are getting into our sports and watch it.
Well, and that's part of why, like, they draw so many views too, is because people are cheering against them, right? They want to see them lose, and he keeps winning.
Well, I said I buy every fight pay-per-view. I mean, tonight is Linares Haney. I just educate myself. I love watching boxing and MMA, buy UFC events. That night they fought, I watched when Jake Paul fought, or I watched, what was it? Oh, the new DC, Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Was a way better investment than watching Jake Paul winning, you know?
I do have one more question for Marco, and then if there's anything that you want to promote or get out there other than just the fight this weekend. So how do you see yourself getting the victory? And then after you win, you're in Berlin. You said you're spending 10 days in Berlin. What does 10 days in Berlin with Marco Deckmann look like? Is it a party? Are you kicking back and relaxing, visiting with friends and family? What's that like?
Friends, family, you called it. And most important, actually no party. I'm not big on party, but friends, family, and right after that, the most important for me, that's the thing I really miss here in the United States, is our cake.
Cake?
Damn, our cake is amazing. We have cakes. Honestly, you gotta go to Berlin. I sent you the best coffee shops. Next Tuesday, my timing couldn't be better. I'll win next Saturday, fly out there, but this upcoming Tuesday, Germany's opening up everything, restaurants,
nice
shops, clubs, bars. So I think I'll have a blast over there with my friends.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man.
My grandmother.
We're gonna be pulling for you, and get with me. That way, we can get some streaming going on for your fight. Maybe we'll do a little live tweeting for you and get you up. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. You need to get on that Twitter game, man, so we can get you up there.
Yeah, it would be good. Maybe you come in, Jake and Logan. I fight them both in the same night.
Marco, thanks for being on with us, man. It's at Marco Deckmann with 2 N's on Instagram. Is there anything else you want to promote before we get you out of here? He's fighting this Saturday, June 5th.
I want to promote you guys. Great. Honestly, thanks for the invite. I hope down the road we talk again with maybe more success, more stories.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. We'll have you back on after you win.
Thank you very much.